This is a rebroadcast from the Ambassador Good Time Ear Tango radio hour, which can be heard every night at 10 on Woodbury WU Radio. If you go to their link, this is actually the Halloween episode without the Halloween songs because they're copyrighted and I will be sued immediately. So I've removed all the songs and left the interview. Hopefully you'll like it. And if you'd like to hear the entire thing, you can go to the Ambassador Good Time Ear Tango Radio Hour. It's on the Woodbury University website under WU Radio. There's a link there, and you'll see the icon for Ear Tango. It usually comes on at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and at night it comes on at 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And it's an hour show with music and everything. Yeah, hopefully you'll like it. And let me know if you do. Just email me at heyjimr@gmail.com. If you have anybody that you know that would like to be a guest, or maybe you would like to be a guest, let me know, and we'll get that going. On the phone is Preston Meyer, and what is the name of your theme this year?
This year's theme is Kilpetto's Evil Toy Shop.
Ooh.
And our haunt itself is Rotten Apple 907. So if you look it up on the web, that's what you ought to look it up under. Although I guess Kilpetto's comes up with us this year too. But we're at 907 North California Street in Burbank, right near Magnolia and Hollywood Way.
Right, and you're open on
Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 10, although sometimes the line has to get cut off early because we've got to have everybody through by then. So on Halloween, it's same hours, 7 to 10.
How long have you been doing this haunted thing?
It's 28 years now.
And every year you donate your proceeds to a different charity. What charity are you donating this year?
We're doing Friends of the Burbank Animal Shelter.
Oh, okay. That's a great one.
We did do some national charities when we first started collecting for charities, because for a long time we didn't collect for anything, but people kept wanting to give us donations. And we finally, the year of Katrina, we finally did collect some donations for Habitat for Humanity. And we did a couple of other ones, and we realized that, well, to them, the amount of money that we bring in is nothing.
Right.
But to a local charity like the Friends of the Burbank Animal Shelter or the Boys and Girls Club or Family Support, it's a big deal. So we've been picking local charities now for a few years to support.
Okay. Yeah, I've been through it already, and it was pretty creepy. So
yeah, good.
But every year it gets better and better. So
every year we try to do something different, and which some people think is a little insane on our part because it involves a whole lot of extra work. But it keeps us creative.
Right. Okay, so on the phone I have Mike Wellens, and you have a very interesting place.
We're talking about the Freaky But True Peculiarium, which is a crazy gallery and store in Portland, Oregon. Open every day except for Christmas Day, New Year's Day, and Thanksgiving. It's a gallery that celebrates all kind of urban legends, pop culture. So we have a 10-foot-tall Bigfoot you can take your picture with. We have an alien autopsy that you can be part of. You can try your luck at what it's like to be buried alive. We have a haunted dollhouse. We have an exhibit so you can see what it's like to be inside a functioning zombie brain. We have Krampus, the anti-Santa, which is coming into season, and you can sit on his lap and take a picture. Lots of weird things. The world's smallest movie theater is in there. So it sounds like a big space. It's actually a pretty small gallery, but it's crammed with stuff. And it's not a spook house. There's nothing that jumps out.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, if you go in the buried alive coffin, if you have claustrophobia or buried alive phobia, it's pretty scary. And I've seen people jump out like, nope, that's not for me.
Yeah, I've been up there this summer. I went to visit you and your place, and I've been hearing all about it before, and it was great to see. How long have you been doing that?
7 years.
Wow.
So 7 years going on 8 years.
Why don't you tell everybody how to come and visit you?
Yeah, sure. So like I said, we're open every day, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week, unless occasionally we're closed for inclement weather and Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving. We're closed, but the rest of the time we're open.
Also, the name of the place and where it's located and all.
Yeah,
all
it is in Northwest Portland, Oregon. It's called the Freaky But True Peculiarium, and you can look us up at peculiarium.com. And it shows the times and what's going on and the hours and lots of the stuff that we have in the shop. We have web versions of, so it's kind of like it's the web version. But yes, the brick and mortar is in Portland and Northwest at 2234 Northwest Thurman Street, right off of 23rd Avenue in Northwest Portland, where you and I used to work.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for stopping by and, trick-or-treating around here, and happy Halloween, and hope you get a lot of people this year. So.
Well, thanks. Yes, we are looking forward to it. We're going to have some new exhibits. We're working on a ghost booth, so you can get inside and talk to the dearly departed or the long departed. That's one of our exhibits that's coming up. So yeah, we're always developing new stuff.
Cool. Are you doing anything for Halloween?
Yeah, we're kind of Halloween all year round, but we do have our walk-by pet and human costume contest, and people come by all day long. We take pictures, give out prizes, turn all the lights off, turn on the smoke machine, turn on the lasers, give out candy.
So anything else you want to mention?
Well, I think first I want to go on record and say I don't believe in ghosts, but I also have to say I cannot explain the stuff that goes on, and I know the history of the building. The building was built in 1922, or maybe a little earlier, 1919, and I know that the old woman who ran the block with an iron apron died upstairs, fell, and I'm not going to say her name, fell and hit her head and died. And talking to some of the neighbors who've lived there for many years, she was really a tyrant, and she even berated one neighbor for having too much color in her garden. Told her to just have like 3 colors, just pick.
Wow.
So she's kind of this mean lady. She would hate our shop. I mean, from the fiber of her being all the crazy stuff, she would just hate it. And so, like, things have come off the wall, paintings have come off the wall, things that were screwed together have come apart. I remember one time I was in the bathroom washing my hands, light goes out. I'm the only person in there. And I'm like, great. So I have to use my phone, dry my hands, go back to the breaker, nothing's wrong, come back into the bathroom, lights on. Sculptures are facing the other way, and we have motion sensors. There's not anybody who has a key who can sneak in there without setting the alarm off and change the code. Once when I first put in a video system, I was out of town, and the sheriff called and said, hey, we had an alarm going off at your business. And I was like, oh, my God. And, I was dead asleep like 4 o'clock in the morning. And he said, well, we went down there and checked it out. Everything seems locked up. I was like, great. And I was like, all right. So I got back. Everything seemed fine. There was a painting off the wall. I said, oh, maybe that just fell off or something. He's like, well, how does the painting just fall off the wall? But I was like, ooh, I can review the video. Ran the cameras back, and the one camera that aimed into that part of the gallery went black.
Whoa.
And it's a brand new security system. It never did it before. It never did it again. Just for like a minute and a half, that camera that I would have been able to see what happened to that painting was black.
Whoa, that's a spooky
and
tale.
I don't believe in ghosts, but I cannot explain the stuff that has happened to that building.
Ooh.
It's actually stuff I can't explain.
Wow. Spooky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we even had that's right. We had some paranormal people come in there and spend the night, and they were going to give us a report, and they never even got back to us.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, like you don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't believe in ghosts, but man, I do not know what's going on in there.
Ooh. On the line, we have Lee Anthony Smith, and I'm in the studio with Greg Bradley, and you both have been working on something called Noir.
Nice, fellas. The helicopter you hear above me is over my work spot right now. We have a plane that just landed on the freeway.
Oh my
that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's L.A., baby. It's L.A.
Now, that's from your film, that's one of the scenes you're working on, I believe?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
We have some great production value on this one.
Okay, so Noir, you're working on this. Tell us about like what the story is and briefly go through it.
Well, real simple. It's a story that takes place in 1949, Los Angeles, kind of the Hollywood's golden era, and it revolves around a detective who is hired to find a missing screenwriter. And this missing screenwriter is known for writing these really low-budget, bad B-movie monster films. Sort of like the B-movie version of the Wolfman and Dracula and Frankenstein, that kind of thing. And as he's searching for this screenwriter, though, he discovers that all of the screenwriter's enemies are winding up dead, killed in a similar way that the writer has written in his scripts. So, for instance, one person dies from, a werewolf type beast, and another character is killed by maybe like a Jack the Ripper type beast, So while he's investigating this, he discovers that there's this kind of underworld occult that thrives in Hollywood.
In Hollywood?
And,
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No.
It deals with, devil worshipping and spells and witchcraft and that kind of thing. So it's kind of
So it's a PG movie.
Yeah, it kind of harkens back to your H.P. Lovecraft type stories, where things where there's like this subversive underpinning of what seems to be normal, So hopefully we have a lot of mystery and suspense and some good scares for people.
Yeah, so it's kind of a film noir, horror, monster movie, melodrama.
But it's set in Hollywood back in the 40s or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That always fascinated us. I mean, we are big film noir fans, as well as the Universal monster movie, like Dracula, Wolfman.
Right.
Dracula was always one of my favorite of the Universal monster films.
Yeah.
So we wanted to kind of incorporate some of those elements into another genre. And since we love film noir, we thought that would be a good one to do as well. And plus throwing a little bit of satire and melodrama.
Stylistically, it gave us a lot of room to play with. I mean, since we are kind of concentrating on Hollywood of that era, it gives us the ability to kind of poke fun and like Greg said, have some satirical sequences there about old Hollywood and how Hollywood used to operate and how it still does even today. I think it's just as timely today as it was back then. I think a lot of people, today's audience will actually recognize a lot of those same elements. Back then, have continued and are still going on strong today.
Yeah, I've seen the film, and I've seen. Well, you're still editing it together and getting it together, but for what I've seen, it looks really good. I mean, you've got a great cast. You've got you go into black and white photography, and you try to keep it all in the same time period. With you were able to get cars from that time period and houses, interiors, things like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the one thing we, when we set out to do is, I mean, since the film is called Noir, the idea was that, in order to be kind of, true to the era, to do it actually in black and white, which,
I mean, that's kind of how we grew up watching those movies were black and white. And as far as
and since those movies were black and white, we figured it would only be fitting if the film that we're making it be black and white as well. And a lot of people that were very I think we had our fair share of people that were skeptical of doing a black and white movie, especially in today's era, but we've seen it. We've seen black and white pop up every once in a while still, like The Artist a few years back, and even Sin City. I believe if the subject matter warrants it, I think that style can work really well, and I think even today's audience will accept that and actually find it little bit refreshing and a little different. Stylistically, I think it could be a lot of fun to watch.
We're bringing it back. We're bringing black and white back. Also, the cars, we were fortunate enough to get it from Picture Car Warehouse. So they allowed us to use a lot of their period cars.
Yeah, for free. That was great. I mean, it's...
Yeah, I mean, we had a working relationship with them from the past. So, it's a little bit of there's a little bit of bargaining, bartering, if you will. We did this for you. Can you help us with this?
That's what you gotta do.
So, I mean, when you don't have money, you just offer your services.
Pretty much we kept the cars on the lot for the most part.
But they were really great to us, and they helped us immensely. I mean, we could have done a movie without them. So Ted Moser and Chris Moser and the gang over there at Picture Cars Warehouse they were just awesome.
Yeah. So if people are interested in finding out more about Noir and when it's going to be coming out, do you have a website or anything that you can contact?
We'll be having our website coming up pretty soon. For now, you can find us on Facebook at Noir the Film, as well as Instagram. And we'll be posting of photographs and updates as we go along. We're in post-production right now, so we're in the midst of, like you said, final edit and special effects, which are numerous. We have a lot of monster effects, a lot of special effects.
Tim, you should know a little bit about some of the monster makeup since you
I actually did some of that. Yeah, I was kind of the prop man for your film. I got you some various props and I did some special effects makeup to some of your actors, and it was really fun. I mean, to do that, and I can't wait to actually see when this thing is all done and hear what other people think of it.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some test screenings, of the rough cut, and even though it's far from finished, the response has been very positive, and it's really good to know that maybe we're on the right track here, and we're actually doing something that people are going to ultimately enjoy, but a lot of people have been really impressed with some of the effects and monsters that we have in the film, and I think we got a couple of good scares in there.
Let me ask you, Tony, what would you say was the biggest influence on some of the movies, for this film?
Oh, as far as influences of the movie, I mean, there's so many. I mean, I think the Universal monster movies were a huge impact on us. I mean, even though the film is called Noir, it's as much a monster movie and a horror movie as it is a film noir movie. And also with the film noir angle, Touch of Evil, I think, is a huge influence. Anything that pretty much Orson Welles has done has been a huge influence, especially out of the past, which I think is probably, if not my favorite film noir movie, probably one of the top 3 or 4, without a doubt. One of our big influences was actually a TV show, Kolchak the Night Stalker. From the 70s. I think that was a huge influence on us and what we were doing. I think our love of that TV show kind of inspired us to create this detective that is involved in trying to uncover this supernatural occurrence that he really doesn't believe in at first, but as he's starting to uncover the layers of the onion, he starts to wonder, maybe there is something to this.
Yeah. Okay, well, I thank you for coming on the show and talking to us about Noir and all the other stuff, and have a happy Halloween.
Well, thanks, Jim, and thanks, Greg, and be sure to check us out on Facebook and for all the updates, and we'll keep you posted.
Great. Can't wait to see it. Okay, well, thanks again, Greg, for coming in and spending a little Halloween time here.
My pleasure.
And do you have a website you want to promote or anything?
No, but again, the Noir, the film website is coming up. But you can follow if you can follow me at Gregory J. Bradley on Twitter and Instagram, and you can also follow my film Noir the Film on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And also our blog, the Watchcat Files.
Oh, yeah. I can't forget that. That's Watchcat Files at blogspot.com. You can go there.
Check out our Watchcat page on Facebook
hopefully
and Instagram.
Right. And every Watchcat Wednesday, we put something up. Have a happy Halloween. And,
happy Halloween.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time in November on the Ambassador Good Time Ear Tango Radio Hour.